Okay, so we're looking to make a purchase of a car in this case, or it could be anything. It could be a home loan, it could be a vacation. Those will be the other scenarios. The important thing is how much the loan is going to be for. So this one's going to be for $32,000, right? The loan is going to have an interest rate that you have to pay. It's kind of like the fee for borrowing money. And then there's a certain amount of time where you would pay the money back. So typically for a car, it's anywhere from 4 years to 7 years, usually when people make loans. For homes, it's anywhere from 15 years to 30 years. So then we have to convert those years to months by multiplying by 12. But basically, all these problems, I gave you the amount of time in months. So all you have to do is use that figure. So how do we figure out a monthly payment for a situation like this? Where you're going to go to your graphing calculator, and you're first going to hit apps, applications, and the first one you see is finance. So you click one, and then we're going to use a solver. So you click one again. So just basically apps, one, two times, and you come to this screen. Now, if you've ever used it before, there'll be numbers in there. So I've used it, so I can type over these numbers. So what were the numbers that I needed to get? It was for 84 months. So over the, what's blinking there for the number of months, I'm going to type in 84. Okay, good. The interest rate was 5.9%. So I'm going to use my arrow key down to get there and type in 5.9. Okay, the principal value is 32,000. So I can use my arrow key to get down here and type 32, 1, 2, 3. Now for the Okay, so let's go back to the payment apps. 1, 1. Okay. Now the payment, you just leave whatever's in there for right now and use your arrow keys to go down to make sure both of those are 12. This is the payments per year and the compounding per year. Those, we're going to leave those as monthly amounts or 12. Okay, so those should both be 12. Now that we've got all the information, and we're going to hit clear here for the payment. And we're going to have the calculator calculate payment. So to get that, you go to alpha, the green button, and solve, or the enter button. And it calculates that the payment's going to be $465.94. It shows negative because that's the amount you would pay. That's why it's a negative. So $465 means that it rounds the closest one. It rounds up to $466. So it would be choice A. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is figure out how much interest would be paid over the course of the loan. Well, the interest is going to be all the payments that you pay over the whole amount minus the original amount that you actually get a loan on, because that's the actual amount of the value anyway that you're paying for whatever you're paying, whether it's a car or house. But when you start getting these payments, they're going to include interest. So let's see, there were 84 payments. $466 was the amount. So, okay, so I'm going to hit clear. Well, I want to get to my calculator. So I'm going to go second, quit to get back to the regular calculator. I'm going to go 466 times, there was 84 payments, right? 84, and then enter. So that means over the entire amount, I'm going to pay $39,144. That's for everything, including the loan and the interest. But if I want to know what part is just the interest, I know that the beginning amount was 32,000. Get back here, get back your calculator. So I'm going to subtract 32,000. Get this up here. And I get about 7,144. Now I rounded to 466, so it may be off by a few dollars, but 7,144, that's pretty close. So that would be choice E. So that would be the amount of interest, even though you bought a $32,000 car, that means you paid $7,000 of interest. So the longer you have a loan and the higher the interest rate is, the more you're going to end up paying on interest. So ideally, you want to get a loan for a shorter amount of time if possible, or at least a lower interest rate. That's the things that you can negotiate to minimize the amount of interest that you pay. But of course, the shorter number of months that you pay, you're going to have higher payments to make up for it. So that's how you handle questions like this.